Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Wednesday and welcome to the Havamal. Today we're going to look at verse 51, and we will examine three different translations. The first translation reads, "Fiercer than fire among ill friends, for 5 days love will burn. But anon 'tis quenched when the 6th day comes, and all friendship is soon spoiled." Olive Bray. Second translation, "Hotter than fire among false hearts burns friendship for 5 days, but suddenly slackens when the 6th dawns. Feeble their friendship then." That's W.H. Auden and P.B. Taylor. And our last translation comes from the Cowboy Havamal. It reads, "You might think you have a new friend, but just you wait 5 days, that'll test him. They say that a bad friendship burns for only 5 days, but on the 6th one it goes out." And of course, that's by Dr. Jackson Crawford. So in this verse, we are given the illustration of a hot fire that quickly burns out, and it compares it to friendships that also sizzle and then fizzle out in much the same way. Now, sometimes people do click right away, and even years later, they just get along splendidly. But quite often, these flashes of connection are very short-lived. And there are occasions when people fall into conversation. They talk about everything under the sun and they get really in depth and they thoroughly enjoy the exchange. But after that point, they can't seem to find anything to say to each other, and they might even not even see each other again. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that anyone is an inherently bad person, only that you can't tell on the strength of a brief association whether or not someone is going to be a real friend to add to your circle. Now, most human relationships, whether we are talking about friends, or romantic entanglements, or even families, they are forged over a period of time on a foundation of shared values and interests. And this is not an overnight process, and we would do well to not try to force it. One of the interesting things about the human species is our ability to grow into people and for them to grow into us in turn. It's part of adaptation. And if you just observe people who've known each other and interacted with each other for multiple decades, you can see the results of what that mutual influence and shared experiences can bring. And we need time to build up that history with a person, at least before we really know where we stand with them, and what degree of acquaintance will be satisfactory to both parties. Emotional intimacy is something that comes on gradually if it is going to come into being at all. So there's good reason to be skeptical if someone wants to get too involved too quickly. And sadly, some people who try to create insta-friendship are trying to make up for what's lacking in their own lives. And sometimes that deficiency is self-inflicted, owing to perhaps blindness to their own flaws and inability to overlook anyone else's shortcomings, or just for the topic of conversation to not be absolutely about them for 5 minutes. So it's okay and desirable to build up genuine friendships over a period of time. Take the time to get properly acquainted and allow the relationship to unfold naturally. Let it be real. So at least that's the moral of this verse that I took away. Don't overly invest in the illusion of friendship and place greater priority on relationships that are genuine and have substance. But now's the time for you to tell me what you think. How do you feel about this verse? What did you take away from it? Is there something you thought of that I didn't cover here? Please tell me all about it, either in the comment sections or go to the link to the Gilded group in the description box below and come tell me all about it there. Our server is called Blackbird's Brew. You can find me and a wide range of other pagans. So if you're in the mood for a little bit of philosophical meanderings, you would be very welcome among us. But that will do it for this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.